Good evening. This is called mirepoix. It means everything in its place. This is what's for dinner tonight. I'm doing sausage. It's a mild Italian great value sausage. Red, green, and orange bell peppers with onions, sauteed, salt, pepper, butter. That there is mirepoix for a rice pilaf that I'm going to make. This corn has been wrapped with slices of butter, and it will be turned into Mexican street corn. These are for cabbage steaks. Delicious. What I will begin with is the rice pilaf. This is about 1.5 cups of rice that's dry. I'll be serving it to myself, my wife, my child, and a guest that is currently in my home. You start with a pot. Then you add your oil. I'm using a very nice olive oil. As you can see, ribbons have already started forming in the olive oil. That is because I have this sucker on high. What this is going to do is it's going to superheat the oil. I will then heat the oil until it reaches a smoking point, which the outer edges has already started to do. We give it a shake, allow the hotness to flow through the rest of the oil, and wait some more. The reason you want the oil to reach a smoking point is so that it will be hot enough to penetrate the rice. As you can see, I have a very nice smoke point going. I will now add the rice. As soon as you add the rice, you want to give it a stir. You might be saying, wow, that was a lot of oil. Well, you need a lot of oil to give rice a nice, rich brown color, which forms an amazing rice pilaf. As you can see, the rice has achieved a brownish color. It is golden. You can now add your vegetables for the rice pilaf. Give that a stir. This will cool down the pan, cease the oil from being so hot, and cause a very fragrant aroma to fill your home. I chose big chunks because this is not for view, it is for flavor. If I wish for view, I would cut them smaller and nicer. What you want to add last is going to be the minced garlic. Now that the browning process has begun on the peppers and onions, I shall now take this tablespoon and add a heaping tablespoon of fresh garlic that is minced. Now, you've sauteed your rice and vegetables. It is time to add the liquid for the rice pilaf. Spread your rice evenly at the bottom of the pot for maximum coverage. Once you have covered the rice with the liquid, you will not stir it, as it will activate the starches and cause your rice to be gooey. I prefer to use chicken broth rather than water because it adds flavor. Behold. Now, this liquid is extremely hot. However, I am a trained chef and I will now put my finger in it to measure the liquid amount of the rice. It needs to go to your cuticle, which it did. The tip of your finger must touch the rice and your cuticle must have liquid on it. You will now bring this up to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, cover it, and cook the rice until it is cooked through. It has begun to boil. Steamy. What you want to do now is turn it down a tad. You need to bring it to a simmer. It will slowly begin to boil less until it begins to simmer. What you shall do now is cover it. The majority of tonight's meal is going to be cooked on a Blackstone 36-inch griddle. This is what I purchased for tonight. It is beautiful. You don't get to see me unbox it. It's personal. I changed my mind. You can watch. Behold. Mmm. Beautiful. Blackstone is not a sponsor. It came with this cookbook. Already, I am salivating. Behold. New Mexico breakfast quesadillas. You may check your rice. If you pull back the lid, you'll notice bubbles or little ports appearing in the rice. This is necessary for the cooking process. But we need those to go all the way to the bottom. Then we shall fork the rice and make it fluffy and delicious. I shall now uncover my griddle. Cut. No, don't cut it. Behold my griddle. The blackening of this griddle surface is important to create non-stick. It is a seasoning over time. Stop. Cleanliness is next to godliness. The cooking has not yet begun. I'm heating my surface. I shall season it with some olive oil. And then, after a quick wipe down to make sure there's no foreign debris, I will begin cooking. My rice is ready. Remove the lid. Notice the ports. Turn your heat off. Grab a fork and fluff it. How to fluff rice with a fork. Notice, no ooey gooey rice. A slight sizzling noise. Beautiful, delicious, tasty rice. If you use chicken broth, there is a salt content already present in the broth, so please do not over-season your rice. Steaming. It has begun to smoke. You must apply the fat. You use this to create a thin layer of oil. You'll notice that my brain sometimes goes faster than my mouth, so I'll combine words. It's like oral dyslexia. First, I will be adding my corn. Butter side down. That's how I know the butter's there. Slight rectangular position. Want to keep some space available there. The smoking's good. It's creating a bond. I'm gonna turn the heat down slightly here. Don't want it too smoky, but the smoking is good. Corn, beautiful. Next, I shall apply the cabbage steaks to the griddle. So before I season these, I am going to let them cook on one side first. And I'll flip them over, give them some seasoning. I'll probably flip them a couple times. I cut them a little thick. Gain some thickness on the edges so that it'll cook a little bit faster. You want it to keep a little bit of its form. Okay. Hello, little pepper. Come on back here. I tell you, nothing sounds better than sizzling food on a brand new black stone. Not a sponsor. Good to use covered containers whenever you are cooking outside. So I just uncovered my salt here. I'm gonna go ahead and just salt these really quickly. Always aim high with seasoning. The closer you are, the tighter the grouping will be on it. Some salt. And then some pepper. Beautiful. Happy 5th of July. Let's just back it up a little bit there. Beautiful. And then just retighten those. Gonna go ahead and flip these. Beautiful color. Mark that up. Uh-oh. That was a good flip, the first one. Nope. Yep. And just straighten those bad boys out. Our corn has been down for a while, so I'm going to grab these tongs here and I'm going to flip them over so we can get a nice color all around the corn. That butter I put in there is going to roll, it's going to rotate down into the corn. So we should have some beautiful ears there. Nice roasted color that we will then prep with our different mixes and seasonings. Cabbage steaks are almost done. I am going to hit this side with some seasoning before I put them on my now clean tray over there. I might just get the prep plates out here. So I think to prep this, I'm going to do cabbage steak on the plate, onions and peppers, and then our beautiful sausages that we have here with the corn and some rice. Delicious. All right. Cabbage steak number 1. Ooh. Where are you gonna go, little plate? I guess you can go right here. Don't fall, little plate. Cabbage stick number 2. Now, if you notice the root in there, I like root of cabbage. Has a crunchy radish flavor. So what I'm going to do now is really and truly, I'm going to keep these corn on until the meal's done. I'm now going to apply butter to this area, and we're going to saute these bad boys right here. Delicious. Don't run away, little butter. Come back. The thing about a blackstone is you can easily maneuver fat around the surface of the blackstone. Now, you might be asking, why so much butter? Well, the question I would like to, the answer I'd like to give you is, why not lots of butter? Delicious. Our sausages have begun to slightly split. That means we have cooked through the middle. So I shall now be taking them off of the griddle. And what I'll do is I'll move the peppers over there, get some of the fat from the sausage in there, help season that. We are ready. Beautiful color on these mild Italian sausages. I am not going to salt or pepper these because they are pre-made, but they do look absolutely delicious. So the peppers and onions are looking great. What you see in the middle there is a nice heaping helping of garlic, minced. Don't overpower your sauteed vegetables with that. Be very careful. I'm going to season it with some salt. And then we're going to season it with some pepper. Always aim high. There we go. And when you're cooking outside, it's good to cover your containers so you don't have anything flying in there. Now, unlike a grill that you can pull the cover on, you can't do that with a griddle. So, but generally things are so hot, but really kind of just don't want to hang out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that garlic cook a little bit. Don't want to serve raw garlic. But as you can see, now you'll notice that there's a slight green to those green bell peppers. That means I haven't cooked them to death. You don't want to cook them to death. You want them to have a little bit of a crunch when you do it. You don't want to be slurping the bell peppers. You want to be chewing the bell peppers. Just going to spread that out, make sure my garlic cooks. And while that cooks, I'm going to go ahead and get my corn off. My corn's been on this grill. This is the first thing I added. And it is basically almost the last thing I take off. Those should be nice and hot and buttery inside. And what we will do is we will season those up and then garnish them with all the stuff that makes some Mexican corn. My couple more scoops, and we've got our peppers and onions with a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper. Once you're done getting all the food off, you definitely want to clean your implements. Have a spatula scraper here. Just kind of scrape everything onto the grill. All right, while my griddle's cooling off, I'm going to plate our food.
Come here. Here. Trash.
Really and truly, a spoonful of this is enough carb. You don't want too much carb, that's my goal. The rest of that, because I know someone's saying, ooh, that's a lot of rice. What are you doing with all that rice? Well, we're going to save this and meal prep. Next we're gonna do orange peppers.
Get off of me!
Beautiful. And open over here. And we're gonna do it open over here. Okay, yeah, sure. I didn't wipe the plate off. Okay, sure. A little more right there. Very nice. Now we'll do 2 sausages. Now, the person eating this doesn't eat 2 sausages. Awesome. We'll just save the other one with that person's food for tomorrow. Nice. All right, let's open up this corn, see if we have that nice color that I want. Yes. Some nice griddle marks on the corn there. Nice and tasty. I got this corn fresh from Walmart. I shucked it myself, standing right there. So, Mexican corn, I was introduced to that at my church. I love my local church very much. Be happy to talk to you more about that if you're interested. But I'll never forget the first night we were having something called seed money. It's where we raise money for the church during the year. And I would come outside one evening, Tuesday night, where a group of ladies from our Spanish ministry was making Mexican street corn. My family fell in love with it. We would get it every time it was available. I'm using McCormick's, not a sponsor, mayonesa. The mayonesa is made with lime in the mayonnaise mixture. Honestly, I will put it on sandwiches. I love mayonesa. And you want to slather it on there pretty good. Now this is gonna be my piece of corn. That's why I'm doing this barehanded. I'm gonna let the ladies in the house make their own that way, you know, because I don't want any of you guys to be like, ew, he's doing that, he's got people at his house, he's not wearing gloves. Well, if I was making this for somebody else, I'd wear gloves, but I'm hungry, I've been filming, I'm ready to eat. So, once you've got that evenly distributed, if you need another spoonful, grab another spoonful, get that evenly distributed over the corn. We are going to add some Parmesan cheese. Now, the ladies outside would use parquet because they would just steam their corn. I grilled my corn, so I don't have to do that. So, I hate Parmesan cheese. You can ask my wife, but I love it on Mexican corn. So you're just gonna sprinkle it over the Mexican corn. And if anybody's watching this and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that guy, he's making like white people elote." Well, please forgive me. I'm not trying to take a shot at your culture or anything. I just really like Mexican corn. And if I'm making it wrong, please comment below. Maybe we can get together. You can show me how to make true elote and I'll be happy. So the last thing we're gonna add is tahini. Just want to sprinkle it on there. Flip it. This adds a little bit more lime flavor. There we go. Mexican corn. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Delicious dinner made by moi. I'm really hungry. It takes time and effort to film all this stuff. Who knew? I haven't even edited yet. Crazy. Well, I'm gonna eat this. Got my vegetables, got my protein, got some carb, got some, technically that's a carb and a vegetable, might be a starch. I'm not really sure, but corn's just good. It's delicious. And we're gonna eat good tonight. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks. Yum.